All right. Welcome back to another episode of The Least Favored. I'm your host, Natalie, and my co-hosts today look very different. Priscilla, put the mic closer to you, please.
Sorry.
Oh, my goodness.
Jesus.
So today I have my family with me. This is a very, very special episode. I have my mother, Jenny.
Hi.
I have my sister, Priscilla.
Hi, guys.
And I have my father, Luis.
Hi.
Lulu. Oh, my goodness. And Anthony, of course, is in the back. Can't say nothing. Sipping his beer and chilling. He's chilling today.
He doesn't have shoes on. Socks are still on.
Okay.
Anyway, so basically the point of this episode was that I wanted both of you on as my parents, and of course you for reinforcement, Priscilla.
Yeah, you know.
But I wanted my parents on because you guys are like the true definition to me of love and marriage. And I feel like now in our society and even in my generation, like we've kind of lost the value of marriage and just of even like long-term committed relationships. Like we're so quick to give up on each other. We don't communicate. We're not healthy. We're sneaky. We lie. We cheat. We do a whole bunch of things. Everybody's trying to be one up against each other.
Right.
You're not going to catch tit for tat. Exactly. And I just kind of wanted to highlight old school love, old school marriage, commitment, trust, loyalty, romance, intimacy.
Look at mommy.
No, for real. I really wanted to highlight that because that's important. And I think it's important for the people who watch me who are in my age group for them to hear that and see that. A lot of them haven't seen that themselves.
Yeah.
So that's what this whole episode is going to be about. But before we get into anything crazy, we're going to do the topic from the bowl. And Papi said he was going to pick it.
Go ahead, Papi.
So Papi's going to pick that first
Go ahead.
topic.
Right.
Oh, yeah, because Tony wrote these down. Tony came up
Tony,
with
there better
these.
be some good ones in
I
there.
hope it's appropriate.
I hope it's appropriate for the parentals, you know?
Let me see.
It's all right.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Dios mío.
You can read it.
I can't see that.
Give me.
too.
It's okay, Pa. Let me see.
I can't get my glass.
I know. Well, gratitude. That's the word. I don't like it.
Why not?
Can we pick another one?
Keep that one because you don't know what else.
Well,
That's the...
No, let's pick another one because that one's like too
gratitude
generic.
with attitude.
Oh,
No, that's too
gratitude is
generic.
with attitude. You heard, mommy? How?
That's how, according to how you accept things in life,
Right.
that's how you are grateful, thankful, and just keep on living.
Yeah. I don't really like that one.
Okay.
What's something you never would eat again? Okay. What's something you would never eat again?
Seafood.
Okay, yeah, I like that one better. What's something I would never eat again? Mommy's gonna know locrio. I would never eat locrio again if I didn't
Oh,
have
I
to.
love
I
mommy.
don't know.
I love mommy.
I was talking to Mom. I'm not a big locrio
She's
girl.
not a local girl,
With
but
some
I
plátanos
respect
maduro.
that.
So Papi seafood, yours?
I don't think, listen, clearly there's not much that I don't want to eat these days. So, I mean, I wish there was something that I wouldn't eat again.
Really?
But,
Not too crazy about sushi.
oh, I like sushi.
I like
no,
sushi.
me
No,
neither.
I
Mommy
guess
don't
it
like
all
sushi.
I can't
depends,
eat
too,
that
on what
either.
you get. Because they have the ones where the shrimp is cooked.
Okay.
And
it's
I
not
can't
overall.
eat Chinese food. I don't like Chinese. Give me Puerto Rican food, Dominican food, Italian
Man, we're already
food.
starting.
Cosas así.
Ja. All right, cool.
Enough.
So we got that down. So let's transition. All right.
You asked what I didn't like.
No,
I
you
just
being
said
honest.
it.
Let him express himself. That's fine, Ma. All right. So we're going to get started. So I guess we could start with how you guys were raised, right? So I guess I wanted to start with Mommy. Like, if you want to start with where you were born, who raised you, how were you raised, like all those things.
Well, I was born in the Dominican Republic. I was raised by my grandma mainly, that I remember my best years of my life. I came to this country when I was 10 years old. Then I started living with my parents, which it took a toll on me because we only had grandma back home. She was totally different than mom and pop, of course. I was raised in oriented religious atmosphere with my grandma. She showed me a lot of values. I feel that today I am who I am because of her. And we came to this country when I was 10. I was the oldest one. I'm the only girl. And we found our parents totally different than grandma. They didn't have such a good relationship between them. It was five of us. I do can say there were parents that they tried to make the best of it. My father worked very hard to support us and to educate us. That was his main priority. And he did it. He did a great job for the little knowledge that he knew because he was an orphan. And he didn't have that much education, like people go to school and stuff like that, but he knew the value of a family. And he really wanted us to go to school since he didn't have that. And he did. He really reinforced that in our lives. That even today, when I had you girls, to me, that was a priority. To you guys go to school and do the best you can.
Yeah.
And we took it from there. We can say that we came out back kids. I can say each one of us, we did what we had to do. And we did pretty good.
I want to know, so you talk about Pop, right? But can you tell us a little bit about Mom and her effects?
Mom was a mother that she didn't have that much love, I guess, or she didn't show that much. But she showed that she was there for us. And she was stable as a mom. A little bit like probably with her own life, she wasn't that happy, maybe with Pop. But she wasn't a bad mother. And she was there to guide us, to represent us, to be there. And she was. And we all helped her because Mom was like, wait, there's 5 kids here. You're going to do some chores. And we did. And I am grateful because today I know what I do and how I do it because she showed me. Really, Grandma didn't do that. She spoiled me. And she was good until the end that they couldn't take it no more. I guess they were waiting for me or for us to get a little older. And they just couldn't be together because they were fighting constantly. And we grew up in that environment, which makes a child very, very uncertain, afraid, not happy.
Right.
When you see, they used to fight every week. So it was like something that you couldn't be good to Mom or be next to Mom because then Pop will feel this way. And God forbid if you be nice to Mom or nice to Pop, then Mom will be like, forget it.
Oh, my God.
So it was like, it was a bad situation that I remember. Me and my brother, my oldest brother, we used to come out of school and we would just stand in a corner and say, oh my God, how are we going to get home again?
That's confusing as a child, not being able to be close to your parent because you're afraid that the other one is going to start fighting with you. That's crazy.
But it was that way. But I'm not going to tell you we didn't have everything. As 5 kids, we lived very nice. We went to Catholic school. My father used to work. And now that I'm older, I realize that he was a hell of a man. We didn't have nothing to say that we didn't want that he would go out of his way.
Yeah. True.
Okay, so while Mommy,
Put a little pause.
gets
Let me gather my thoughts. I don't know what to say.
No, but Bobby, how were you raised? Like you said you were born in PR, but you came here young.
When I was 3 years old, and me and my sister were the first ones to come to New York. And then my brothers followed, and we lived in my uncle's house for about a couple of months till my father found an apartment and got a job. And from there, I moved to the Bronx, started working because things were bad at that time, money-wise. It wasn't paying a lot of money. My father couldn't really afford all of it.
How many of you
but
guys?
He always worked to support us all.
How many?
How many of you guys were there?
5 brothers and 1 sister. And I had a younger sister that passed away. My mother was pregnant. In 1960, it was a big snowstorm. She fell on the snow, and she ended up losing my younger sister. But I'm the baby of the family.
Okay. So you would have had a younger sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you would have had a younger sister.
Oh yeah, whatever younger
I
sister.
wanted you to talk about your living, like how you lived in the apartment with your family.
Oh, in the apartment, it was 1 living room, one kitchen, and one bedroom.
Wow, for all of you
All
guys.
4 brothers slept in one room. I used to sleep in the kitchen with my sister. My father and my mother used to sleep on a sofa that you open up. Mm-hmm. And that was it, 3 bedrooms. And the bathtub was in the kitchen.
The bathtub was in the kitchen?
Yes.
That was
my
like
God.
a tenement from back in the day.
Three, yeah. And rent was expensive.
How much was rent? Do you remember?
Oh, at that time, my father would pay, I think, was $65 a month.
But that was expensive.
And that was
back then.
expensive.
Yep. And my father was the only one
was
working.
a
Then
lot
my
of
brother
money.
started
lot.
working and helping the family out, my oldest brothers.
Yeah. I wanted to ask. Okay, first we could do it this way. So both of you could talk about the dynamic that your parents had. So, like for example, Papi at home, your father worked and your mother would stay home. She didn't
Always.
work.
My mother didn't know no English. All she did was take care of the house, cook, clean, go shopping.
No, yeah. And your father worked. He had how many? Like a lot of jobs or just one?
No, he had one job, factory job. I think they used to make zippers. And then he left that job and moved to the Bronx. He started working in the puppet factory where they make puppets.
Oh wow.
Oh wow,
From,
that's cute.
remember the name of the company.
Yeah.
And he worked there for a few years. But it was bad, hard times. Sometimes I used to see him as I was growing up working in the grocery store, putting food into bags to make money, extra money.
I wanted to also ask you if you could talk about how your relationship was with your brothers and your sister because you were the baby.
Oh, no, we all loved each other. We're a tight family. I mean, we used to fight because everybody fights. We used to cuss at each other, whatever, but we're always close. No matter what, we never separated. Always close.
Do you feel like you were different from your brothers in a way, like they used to hang out more than you? Or?
Yes, because they were older. And I took after my father because my father loved to work, and that was me. I have maybe one other brother two brothers that worked. The oldest and my other younger brother Manny, but and Rocky, 3 brothers, and then those were just hanging out, doing crazy stuff. I don't want to talk about it.
No, we don't got to talk about what they were doing.
But they used to do crazy stuff because they
Yeah.
were young and things were bad at that time.
Yeah, but they didn't want you doing that.
Oh, no.
Okay. And then mommy, the dynamic between mom and pop. So we know that pop worked a lot. And mom wasn't working at the time either.
No, imagine 5 kids.
She had to stay
How
home.
much can you work at that time?
But
But she used to work though. There was a time that when my parents, they separated, they divorced. Mom went to work, and it was hard for her. But she went to work because we were older, and she had to work, and she did. She had a good job, and she worked for many years.
yeah. And with you and your brothers, because the way, me and Priscilla saw you was like kind of, you were like their mom in a way. Like they go to you for guidance.
For everything.
For love.
Well,
for
I'm the
family
oldest,
events.
and I always had like that, caring for them, taking care of them. They always looked at me
Like
I
a-
guess, like a mom.
Like a mom.
Yeah. But like you used to tell me and Priscilla how you would come home from school and it was like homework had to wait because you had to cook.
Yes.
You had to
When I
clean.
came
And the
home
kids too
from
help her
school,
clean.
there was no time to do homework. There was time to work, just to go cook, wash clothes, keep all those kids in line. And that was the way I was raised. So it came to the point that they saw me like a mom.
Yeah.
And they still do.
And it's just, okay, well, we're going to get into that. So I want to switch a little bit and I want to talk about how you guys met. Because I love the story of how you guys met. I
so
think you
cute.
guys were meant to be.
They were meant to be.
Because the way the story is just you guys had to be together. Because there's no way it would have worked out any other way.
Well,
So we could start, Papi, you start. Because it was really, no, because it was really that. It was Papi's niece
Yes.
that kind of started everything.
Okay,
Shout
my
out to
niece.
Titi
Shout out to
Googie,
Titi Googie.
because I know
Hi,
she
Titi.
watches the
It was my
pod.
niece that invited me to the pool. I didn't want to go. I said, Papa, Theo, take me to the pool. It's my birthday. Okay, so I took her to the pool.
But you didn't want to go. Why? Because
didn't
it was
wanna
50
go.
cents or something like
Cheap.
that, or 25
She said
cents.
you were being cheap and you didn't want to pay. Because it was Titi Googie, but then it was her brothers and her sister
See?
that wanted to
Everybody.
go.
He had to
So
pay
you had to pay for everybody.
Yeah, they always.
Aye, but it was her
not Theo.
birthday.
Anyway, we went to the pool. As I'm walking with
Roberto
all,
Clemente, by the way.
it was about maybe 10 of us. As we're walking through the pool, I see this beautiful young lady.
Talk about it.
Talk
with
about
a
it.
Yellow. Was
Yellow.
it a yellow
Yeah.
bikini?
Oh, he forgot
White
already.
and yellow.
Was it
two
yellow or
of them.
not?
Yellow.
It was
Yeah,
yellow.
she had a nice
Was it
yellow
polka dot or
bathing
regular?
suit.
No, yellow.
Oh.
And my nephews and my cousins were trying to attack her. I was smooth.
Smooth operator.
Smooth out, but when I started talking to her,
Wait, but she was talking to another guy in the pool, wasn't
no,
she?
no.
Okay,
Let
sorry.
him
Go ahead.
tell
Tell
the
the story.
story.
Tell the story. Go ahead.
Because we're together, we're talking, and then she told me, I got to leave. It was about 6 o'clock already. Her father was going to come from work, so she wanted to leave. I said, okay. So as she was leaving, my nephew told me, why don't you go with her? I said, no, she's good. Somebody out there. I said, you crazy, go. I said, yeah, let me go. As I'm walking out the pool, the girl that she was with a little girl in the pool, and they went out. The big tall guy starts talking, and they're walking. I walked right in the middle. And I started talking to her, and we kept walking. The guy stood behind. And the guy tells the little girl, who's that guy? He said, well, you didn't go to the pool with her. He was rapping to her.
In the pool.
So as I walk her home, I'm giving her my phone number. My mother had changed the phone number. So I tell her, I'm giving you a number. I really don't know if that's the one because my mother changed the phone number. So anyway,
Typical Poppy.
yeah.
That's it.
He does that now.
Unprepared.
Never
Just
called.
years
never
later,
called.
he still
So
can't
I
get
go
the numbers
back.
right.
I went by the neighborhood, and I didn't see her. And then my nephew called me and told me, Louis, you know that girl you were she went to talk to my nephew and told my nephew, who's that guy that you were with? That's my uncle. He says, is he coming? He told me, I think he's coming. He went and called me and told me, yo, Tio, come, that girl's asking for you. So I got in the cab, straight to the pool, started talking to my fiance. As we talked and talked, I'm walking home again, and I told her, I'm going to marry you. I said, walk.
Right away.
Yep.
Oh my God, that's so beautiful. He's gonna cry. Oh, this is too much. Guys,
cry now.
collect yourselves. We cannot
All right.
cry right now. But it's like
first time for her.
it's just beautiful every time I hear it. I love this story. Okay.
So
All
then,
right, wait.
when I told her that
need
she's
a
walking up the
napkin.
hill, I'm watching her walk, she goes home.
Bro, hook it up. I need a little
And then I'm looking for her to see her again. And I'm driving my bike around the neighborhood, riding around, and I see her brother Jimmy.
Johnny, no?
Yeah, Jimmy with Johnny. Johnny was a little chubby guy.
Thanks, bro.
He was going to buy some coquito. So as he was going back in, I called Jimmy. Yo, come here. Where's your sister? He says, oh, tell her, listen, I think I gave you my number. And he took it up. And Johnny asked him as he was going, who's that guy? He said, oh, a friend of Jenny's. From there on, we kept seeing each other.
So then you guys started dating.
Yeah.
But okay, because you guys tell that story, right? But then you guys always fast forward to like when you guys got married or like when you asked to marry her. But how did you even introduce Papi as your boyfriend? Because you weren't allowed
So
to have a
Let
boyfriend.
me come
Let
up
her,
here.
let her.
First of all, that guy in the pool, I don't know who was
Oh, wait a
that
minute,
guy.
no, and then
because
when I
I
used
didn't
to
Wait,
remember
hold on,
his
hold on.
name.
When I used to call Jenny, her father used to pick up the phone.
Oh.
I said, could I speak to Jenny? He says, Jenny, están buscando. I said, that guy must be a tall dude. When I met him the first time, he came to the house. Right? He came to the house.
What
To my house with you.
No, Papi.
All right, let mommy tell it.
Anyway,
Go ahead. I don't know.
first of all, that guy in the pool, I don't know, he was probably watching me from far.
Oh.
And he probably was waiting for me, and he just kept walking because I didn't even remember his name. But it wasn't that I was dating that
Once you
guy.
saw
or
me, you went
anything.
blind.
And the reason that you said about me and Louis, how we introduced,
Yeah.
my father was very strict.
Mm-hmm.
He was the type of man that I was the only girl, old fashioned. He will probably see me watching by the window, and he'll be like, "Who the hell you looking at?"
Yeah.
Or maybe even played a song or anything. But eventually I was almost I was 16 when I met your father. So it took like a little while for me.
Oh yeah, let's just put it out there that mommy was 16 and Papi was 26.
Yes,
But
I'm 10 years older
She
than
didn't look like a typical 16-year-old.
No.
And you know, at that time, it wasn't such a big deal. It was like, it was okay because of my parents, they back home, it's not like such a big deal like here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things like
They
that.
actually wanted you to be with like somebody older.
Older
for
that
more
they could,
knowledge,
yes.
experience. And
And we always had a chaperone too.
Eventually, you know, it was something that first at the beginning we kept it low.
We kept
Kids,
it low.
yeah, we kept it low. The kids would not say anything. My brothers would always, you know, keep it quiet. They knew that, you know, eventually I would have a little boyfriend or something.
Yeah.
And
We used to go with your brother everywhere we went.
yeah, so you know, we told Pop like I was 17, and I told him that he goes, well, if you have somebody, I want to meet him. But then you have to go to the house.
Yeah.
So Louis came to the house. I remember Johnny recording Louis
oh my God.
just to make a big thing because it was a big thing. It was like Thanksgiving time. And we were at the living room, and Louis was, I remember, he wasn't even, I want to marry your daughter.
Now, 1.5 years.
You know,
When you first met
because
him?
first,
No,
because
not
first of
married.
all,
I said I want to come
visit
give
her.
me permission
You
to
had
visit.
to come with a plan. You cannot just come home and just sit there.
Yeah.
These people wanted it because my father was right there. He told Louis,
Yeah.
you come here. You're not going to come and sit here and just hang out here.
Right.
You have to have a plan with this. So
See, I
that's
want to
what we-
highlight that. Back then, you needed a plan.
You
okay?
needed a plan.
Don't
It
nobody
wasn't
got
like
a plan anymore.
No.
Those days of plans are
you
over.
needed a plan. You needed to know what you're going to do with this girl that is so well taken care of, and you're going to take her out of her part, you know,
Yeah.
her little nest.
Right.
Right.
For you to just come and do whatever.
Right.
You are the man, and you have to represent and show that you have good, you know,
Intentions.
with her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he did, which he did, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And
Go ahead, mama.
since that time, you know, they take time to see the man and see how he's doing. Or you work, you do this. They ask, you know, certain things. Come from a good family. And that's what he did, and we kept
And I even worked
seeing
with
each
them, the
other.
cleaners.
My father, at that time, you didn't have, like, a girl from the house will not be going to nobody's house with a man, or he will go into the room.
All alone. No.
No, that's disrespectful. It was for you to come and sit
Sit
in
in
the
the living
sofa
room.
right there with them, with everybody around you.
Oh, a family visit.
And they have like this saying,
visit
you
the
don't
family.
come here
Warden.
to just comer gallina in that sofa.
Like,
That's
you
a
know,
saying,
kissing
like
and
just
stuff.
kissing and just hanging out there. And eventually, in 2 years, we made plans to get married,
No,
which
he
we
asked.
did.
Somebody asked me when we were going to get married. And I said, we're getting married next year.
Oh.
Her father went,
Really?
yeah, right, Jen? He went like
Well, he
that.
didn't say anything.
No, he didn't say anything.
And
And he knows the way I was. I was a working man. I didn't have nothing
no
wrong with that.
habits.
Yeah,
Lou
no
was a
habits.
good working man, you know,
Yeah.
and provider. And he saw that we were in love, and we did, and we got married, and we had a beautiful wedding. And I can never say that since that day I was very well taken care of.
Wait, hold on. Because so then you guys got married, but in the beginning, it wasn't like the easiest thing.
It's never easy.
Right. So I want to talk about how was it when you first got married? You guys moved in, you had your own apartment. Did you
Oh.
guys have furniture right away?
No,
Did you
no.
exactly? So
Okay.
let's talk
The
about
way-
that.
When we got the apartment, they let her hang out with me 2 weeks before we got married to look for an apartment.
Yes, until
Nobody with us. Because I always had Jimmy or Jency, somebody was there to be
they
with us.
would not let
2
you. You
weeks
had a
on
chaperone.
Yeah, we
You
always
need a
had a chaperone.
chaperone.
Except those 2 weeks. In those 2 weeks, we found an apartment fast.
Right away.
I'm talking about fast.
No, we
We
found
didn't
an
have what we had
apartment.
for furniture was a table, 4 chairs, a beanbag,
beanbag?
Bean
yeah,
bags.
and a beach chair. That's what we had.
That's all you had.
Well, we had our bedroom set.
No, but that's you have
Yes.
that. But I'm
And,
saying
that's it. You take it from there. I remember I had like 2 plates.
Mm-hmm.
And then Louis bought me like a little set they had in Alexander at that time.
Oh, Alexander.
And I remember telling Louis, and Googie was there. And I said, Lou, I think somebody took one of my plates because it was like 4. A little set. And I couldn't find the other one.
Hilarious.
But you know, those time you in love, you with the person that you love, you really don't even bother with things like that.
No, we didn't
All
care.
you wanted to be together.
Yeah.
And that's the priority.
And we were happy.
We were happy. We used to crazy things like eat outside most of the time. We were young. Go to the park after Louis come from work. I didn't even work at that time. I was still going to high school.
And I wanted you to work.
Mommy was still in high school.
I was still in high school, and I used to go to school, come home, cook, because I knew how to cook. Thank God for that. Or maybe go out to eat.
We used to eat a lot outside.
And we were just being in love and enjoying ourselves.
Okay. So then you have Priscilla, right?
Oh my God.
We took 4 years for us to
4
have
years.
4 years,
Priscilla.
yeah.
We kept practicing.
But okay. We don't need to hear about the practicing, guys.
I'm
We
just
really
saying.
don't. You had Priscilla, and then you had me, because we could just fast forward to having two girls, like both of us.
Two beautiful girls.
Okay, so I know. Okay, hold on. Anthony has a question. How many kids in your high school were married at the time?
Not many.
No.
I
None of them were
can
pregnant
recall,
and-
maybe, like, we didn't even think of things like that. You go to high school, you don't even worry about that. Once you marry, you marry. But it wasn't that many, maybe one or two.
Yeah.
But it was to the point that we were so happy with each other. Who cares?
I also think it was just common, even if it wasn't common for maybe in your school, but it was common for people to get married young, period, back
Yes.
then.
It was no
Now
big
nobody's
deal.
getting married. If you
Or
get married
run
young now,
away.
it's a big deal.
It was a
Right.
big
Or
deal,
run
but
away
then it wasn't
Yeah.
like
with
that.
the boyfriend.
Yeah. All right, so you had me and Priscilla. Papi, you work. Priscilla, because Priscilla remembers stuff that I don't remember because I was little.
And you weren't born during that time.
No, but I'm saying after they had me. But I know during the time you were telling me how Papi had like 3 jobs.
Papi worked 3 jobs.
Yes,
And I
how you think we
remember
got all that furniture
we
and all that
lived in a
stuff that we
1-bedroom
got to the
apartment.
future?
It was a 1-bedroom apartment.
We had 1 bedroom.
I was in a crib, right? Till I was
Until
like
five,
five,
or
6
6
years old.
Climb out of the crib every time. I had to push her back
and
into the
Papi,
crib.
I remember Papi used to work like 2 and 3 jobs during that time. Like he would wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 2 o'clock in the morning,
Go with her father.
to go
one.
work with Pop, and then he would come home, sleep a little bit, go to another job, come home.
Sometimes I didn't sleep.
and
Sometimes,
sometimes
go
he
straight.
didn't sleep. Sometimes it was just
You
him
go
coming
straight.
home and go to eat a little bit and then go back and go to work. And he did that for a while, right? Because we was in that apartment.
I remember
That
my
was where they
grandma
brought
used to
me.
be around because she used to come from time to time. And she used to say, "Oh my God, your father don't let you warm you up. Let Louis warm you up because he will go to work."
At 3 o'clock in the morning.
And,
At 3 o'clock in the
um,
morning. Yeah.
Louis was it is still a very hardworking man. He never complained,
Never.
never put a face, never sent me to work because his priority was for me to be home
with you
and
kids.
take care. At that time, it was something that men will value that very much. That he will be providing for his family. That's his joy.
And you know one thing? Papi never threw that in her face either.
Never.
No.
Like
Why
he never
should I?
made her feel less than because he was the provider and she was the housewife.
Never.
When you kids
If
got
anything, he praised
yeah.
everything that she did and appreciated that she was raising us and didn't have to leave us in daycare or leave us
No,
with people.
with nobody. My kids, nobody.
He respected her, and I feel like in this time that we live in, a lot of men like to belittle the woman or make the woman feel less than because they're stay-at-home moms, because they're taking care of the household, they're holding things down. They don't take them serious, nor do they respect how hard it is to be a stay-at-home mother.
Some of them just want to get home, have the food ready for them,
Right,
and that's it.
and then have nerve to complain about the kind of food that was being cooked for them.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, your
Like-
father was such a special. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Your father was so special because I see that too now that you're talking like that, that even there will be days that I couldn't even cook because it's hard to stay home too with
Yeah, it is.
with kids. He never complained. If I had to give him tuna fish or grilled cheese, he'll be happy. He might
Or
have fact he'll
McDonald's,
bring me
anything.
food.
Yeah, there were times he would bring food home to the house.
Yeah.
He'll be like, "Ay, mama, don't worry." Like,
I still do. Sometimes even tell her now, Mama, don't cook. What are you going to cook? Relax.
Yes.
He's always in that kitchen.
So Anthony had another question. But I already know the answer, that's why. But basically, so you guys had the gender roles, like women, but it was a natural thing. It just fell that way.
It felt
wasn't like
perfect.
Papi was like, if you're gonna marry me, you have to stay home, you have to cook,
Oh,
you have to raise
No,
the
no,
kids,
no.
and I'm gonna be the only one working.
No,
But
no.
the thing
It
is-
just happened because it was spontaneous.
It just wasn't
But
supposed
not
to
only
be
that,
way.
she was still going to school. I wanted her to finish her school. She finished her school, and then we, like I told you, have Priscilla. I told her, now you stay home with the baby. You don't have to work, because she don't have to. I don't want to leave my baby with nobody. She said, well, they had you, the same thing. As time went by, she told Papi, your girls were getting older already. She said, Papi, I got to do something.
And times were difficult.
Yeah.
They were getting worse.
And then
They
she
were getting more
went to
expensive,
school,
too.
went back to school to to get a job
Medical
in the hospital,
assistant.
medical
Medical
assistant. And that's what she's doing now. And we work and help each other out.
So I actually wanted to, that's going to be my next question because, okay, let's just paint the picture, right? So like mommy was a stay-at-home mom with me until I think I was, 11, 12 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Priscilla was already older because we're 8 years apart.
She used to babysit.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is like usually, or I'm not going to say all the time, but in most cases, right? A man and a woman are married. They already decide that the man is working and the mother stays at home, right? Now, years later, mommy kind of switches the script, right? Like she flips it. Now it's like, okay, I think I want to go back to school for a medical assistant, and now I want to get a job. Some men would be threatened by that.
Yeah.
Some men would be like, well, what do you mean? Like they got like now you're gonna be independent. Well, why? Why do you want your own money now? Are
who's
you trying to
gonna-
get away from
Right.
me?
But that's the
And who
thing.
Are you
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
but,
somebody
but that's the
else.
thing. She didn't do that like to make money for herself.
Right.
She did it to help us because we've always been helping each other, always, money-wise, whatever, always half and half for
And
everything.
it was never like, Papi was never like,
And I would never
work,
say,
this
oh,
is my
you're
money.
making more money or you don't bring no money home. I don't,
Papi
whatever
used to
she
give his
gave.
check to mommy.
And let me tell you, that's
He
what
used
I
to
was
give her
going to
the
come
check.
up and say. Your father was a man. He's a man. To me, that's a man. That's more than a man. That's
Right.
why I wine him and dine him. anytime. Why? Because he's a man that I remember he will say, here, just give me for the tokens. At that time was tokens.
For the train.
For
Yeah.
the train.
And he will
And
be
for
so
cigarettes.
humble and happy just to make sure that his family was taken care of.
Right.
And the bills were
He
paid. Nobody.
never put a face. I don't remember him telling me, oh, you got to go to work. It's too much for me, giving you this money after I work. Never complain.
That's
As a matter
one-
of fact, if I could support him now, I would tell him stay home.
No.
Because he deserves that from
No,
me.
yeah, he deserves-
Because
yeah.
I'm so grateful and thankful for what he have done that I'll do it any time. No buts and whats. But after a while, when I decided to do that, he knew also that things were getting even more expensive. And that the girls didn't need as much. You girls didn't need as much from me. Like when you guys were small.
Right.
And you guys already was like, you know, when you have like a little plan and you already have the plan is already giving fruits and it's taken care of. So you guys didn't need as much. I will go to school, but I make sure that if the house was clean, I will cook the food before Louis comes home, and then I will go to school like at 5 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And I will
that-
pick
that
up.
And I
time,
used to pick you
everything-
up.
So
from
everything was
Fedora.
done. So
When
we
you was
worked
little.
it
We
out.
We're a team.
Because
we
I
worked
said,
it out.
honey, in the future.
And then we had Priscilla that when she was 16, started working at McDonald's.
My first job.
Yeah.
Not even, because I worked summer youth, but I
Yeah,
never really
yeah.
counted summer youth like.
No, once
real.
Priscilla
No,
started having
McDonald's
her
was
own
a-
money, she was chilling.
No,
Yeah.
I was
But-
good, and I helped mommy because mommy knows from young I wanted to learn how to cook, and I always, when she decided to go back to school,
Yeah.
I helped her a lot. Like I didn't complain that I had to pick you up.
No, never.
I didn't complain. By then, I already knew how to cook, so I used to tell her just take out whatever carne, and when I get home, I'll cook
Yes.
dinner. So mommy didn't have to worry much. She just went
Yeah.
to work.
Which
You know, she went to school, and then when she became a medical assistant, she worked, and everything like just flowed.
because it's very important as you have your kids, especially girls, to show them too. You can raise kids just to be laying around watching TV or video. You have to know how to cook, clean a house, organize, do something.
Right.
And that's the way I was raised. So I
And that's the
my
way they
kids like
raised too,
that.
because they're both like
That's
that.
why when I
Right.
go home now, I could sleep at peace. Because I know my girls, they
Yeah.
doing the right thing out
Yeah.
there.
Make
They are
us
very
proud.
Talk about
responsible.
it.
They keep the
Don't
house
shout
nice
it
and
out.
clean. They cook. Priscilla is married, and I know she is.
Oh Lord.
Got a
Hell of a
wonderful
woman.
husband. A wonderful
And
husband.
Natalie, let me tell you, they both work, very responsible. They went to school. Just what I wanted my girls to
Keep
be.
it coming.
And I am
I can hear
grateful and
myself
thankful
all day.
that today they are who they are.
Yep.
Because I was home for a while, but I took out something good. Look at it.
Yep. Two
is
beautiful muñecas. I
And
have
that's
there.
the way to do it. There's a time for everything.
Yep.
And I think the best time you can give your child is when they small. You don't let nobody raise them. And if one of them one of you can sacrifice in a marriage, you work and I stay with the kids, or I work nights and you stay with them in this time, do it. Because eventually you're gonna come out with something so beautiful.
Yep.
Nobody's gonna show your kids things that you don't even dream of. Nobody's gonna take care of your child the way you and your husband can, the father. So for now, even if you sacrifice, you don't buy as much, but you have your kids with you and you show them
Whatever they need, you're there for them.
whatever. Eventually, it's gonna pay off.
Yeah, because you know what? I think, especially now, when I look back, I don't remember us ever starving. I remember us going on amazing vacations, even from little.
Yeah.
Going to good schools, having good clothes. But the things that you really remember are the conversations you have with your parents, the things that they instill in you, the things
The
they
time
teach
you
you,
spend
the time
with
they
them.
spend with you. That's what really sticks with me.
Because
You know what I
see-
mean? And that's what's important. And I feel like now it's like, oh, but I buy them whatever they want, or I
That's
take them here and I
everything.
take them there. And it's like, yeah, but what's the quality of the
What
time being
time?
spent?
What
And why
memories
we
did you
sometimes,
make
you
with
know,
them?
some mothers, they just give a kids a video.
Yeah.
Here,
Tablet.
watch this or tablet.
Yeah.
Well, they don't spend time with them. They don't even sit at a table and say, how was your day? Look at a child's eyes to see how they doing,
How they feel.
how they
what's going on
feel.
with
Because
them.
let me tell you, you need that. You need to see that every day with your family in order to really provide for them and to be there for them. This is what they're going to bring up. Like now you say you remember these things. Who cares? Wow, this is much. And some parents, they just concentrate in just buying expensive things.
There's
That's
more
not
than
what
that.
it's all about.
Yeah.
You could even have a spaghetti. It's the cheapest thing you can buy, a piece of bread.
Yeah.
But once that child see you in front of that table,
Right.
he's going to be so happy. He's going to remember this. And you can provide for them and talk to them and orient them in life with a little speech, something. That's what's going to really make them.
A little
Love it.
speech.
That's what's
Yeah.
going to
It's
really
true.
make
Even
Yes.
like
a person the way they are today.
you don't
Yeah.
no, because this was such an important episode and there's so much to uncover, but whatever. Because even like little things like us, every night we used to sit at the dinner table together.
Always.
The four of us.
Always.
Always.
Even praying.
Praying,
You have to pray.
everything. But so many people never did that. It was like, you eat with your parents. I never eat with my parents. I just go to my room and I watch TV all the time.
No.
That means a lot.
And it was so important. Like those moments, even when we were mad at each other, if me and Priscilla were punished, we didn't even want to be at the table with
Right.
y'all. It was like
No
we had to
parts.
sit at that table.
But we sat and
That's right.
we spoke
and we spoke and we ate and it was what it was. But those are things that I remember. Even all the laughs we had after dinner, just sitting there
Oh
and
my God.
laughing
And,
And
and,
talking.
you guys don't hold grudges. That's what I like. That you fight whatever, but you still love your sisters.
She used to hold some grudges.
That's it.
I've
Just like
gotten
me and your
better.
mother. We
She's
have our
gotten
little,
better.
we have our little fights here and there, but we're
little-
always happy.
Little
Yeah,
It's
so-
always fine.
Yes.
And
Little
that's the
tips.
way you get to know each other.
Yeah.
Yo, the biggest compliment I can give to your family, you have like a sitcom family, like the ABC TJF, like that perfect family you might see like on
like a sitcom, like
Yeah,
a
like,
Brady
you know,
Bunch, not Brady Bunch, but
Cosby
maybe.
at the time,
Yeah.
it was like that
Family
perfect
Matters
happy
type
family.
thing, yeah.
That's what I was thinking of, like,
I mean, everybody
Yeah.
has their ups and downs.
No,
you
but
know,
we've had
but-
our ups and downs.
Right.
Let's not get it twisted.
Of course.
We've gone through our own drama and things, but the main thing is that we always remember that we're a family.
And I
Yeah.
think that we've gone through them together and we've never spent moments not speaking to one another.
No.
no.
Ever. No matter how upset that we've been, we've never
Work it out.
Get mad for a
we
few
find
minutes
way,
and later
we find a way
looking
to
for each
always
other.
work it out
Yeah.
and talk it out.
And I do say to couples, don't ever go to bed mad, upset.
Always
Right, so
talk
hold
to-
on. Before you even say that, hold that. I do want to wrap up, and I want to wrap up with what does it take to make a relationship successful, especially a marriage? Because, like I said, people are not valuing marriage the way you guys do. And so that's why when people ask me if I believe in marriage, a lot of people don't, but I say I do because I saw my parents. And I don't look at marriage like a business deal or just a piece of paper. I look at it like, wow, it's such a beautiful commitment to say I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and I choose you to do life with every day. But I know that that's not easy. So I want you guys to just talk a little bit about why marriage is so important to you guys, the value of it, and how to have a successful one, in your opinion.
Well, just like you said, when we couples fight and they get mad and they don't want to talk to each other, me and your mother have a little fight, whatever, but we don't. We talk it out before we go to sleep.
Right.
It's good to talk things out, not to hold nothing inside.
Yeah.
Okay, and I say that it's okay if I don't like something about him or he don't like something about me. It's okay. I mean, we don't have to like each other like that.
Yeah.
And we say it, and we say, you know what?
Kind of.
You kind of do have to like each other, man.
No, but I
know.
would say, honey, I don't like when you do this and that, or I don't like when you even whistle sometimes. He drives me crazy.
Oh my God, yes, the whistling.
But you know what? At the end of the day, we compromise. And we point out the things we don't like.
Yeah.
And we try to see if we're not going to do it again, which he keeps doing it again.
Yeah, I love to whistle.
We cannot be so harsh on each other.
Yeah.
Because we're human.
Yeah.
Right.
And those are the least thing that you can even pay mind to it in life. Because then you put it in a balance. You know what's a balance, right?
Talk about it.
Talk about it,
A
Mama.
balance is something that you weigh.
Right.
And you put the bad and the good.
Right.
And there's so much good that the
And bad.
It's nothing.
It's
No.
nothing.
Right.
Little whistle. I said, you know what? If he's happy with that, I'm mean, stress relief. Let him whistle.
Papi, she calls me the
Happy
parrot.
when you whistle.
Because if that's the worst thing he has done is do a little whistle.
She calls me the
whistle
parakeet.
away. You know, like
Yeah.
I could
And,
always say I've never seen Papi ever disrespect mommy.
No, I was just gonna say.
I've never seen mommy ever disrespect. It don't matter how heated the argument. It don't matter. I've never seen them lose respect for one another.
No, it's
Never.
not.
And
That's
you know
not,
what I
that's
also
not
say?
us.
Never.
Can I say one of the things too? Don't bring your family inside the marriage.
Right.
We respect each other's family. His family and my family. We don't bring it in our pot.
Right.
Whatever we fight is between me and him, between us. Oh, you told me this, I didn't like this. You say that, I don't like that. But his parents, his family,
It's like off limits.
That's
Off limits.
We respect.
Yeah.
And we have a balance with that too. Whatever I do for my parents, he could do for his parents. Whatever it's okay. Because some people, they feel like their family has to be more than his. No,
Right.
it has to be the same. And be kind and patient with each other. Don't be like, if you do forgive, whatever, just don't bring it up no more. And stop like
another
and
thing.
bringing it up and up and up.
Yes, I will say this generation, and I'm gonna include myself too. We could be very petty in the
Yeah.
relationship. And it's like we say we forgive, but we don't move on. And anytime we could bring it up to like
Then you
dig,
don't
we
forget.
do it over and over and over.
That's not nice.
And it's not right. It's not right to the partner who's trying to change. Or
Forgive.
trying
And
to
you know,
make things
sometimes
different.
just
And
shut your
forget.
mouth. Don't talk so much. Don't bring that up. Let
Right.
it go. Let people live too. He has the right to say, honey, I want to have this. Let him buy his little things. Let him enjoy too.
Right.
You cannot be the person to be controlling everybody around you. No. Let it go.
Let it go.
Just live one at a time. And if you think you're going to get something better than this, baby, you're in trouble.
Oh.
Why?
Look
Because
at Papi.
sometimes marriage,
That's my
marriage,
baby.
that's why people don't stay with each other.
Pick your piece,
Right.
baby.
They feel that they're going to pick up and find something even better, and it's worse.
Yep.
Trash.
And you know what makes it even worse? When there's children with
Involved.
one marriage
Yep.
involved.
Yeah.
They are the one that are going to suffer. They are the one that need the parent, the other parent that made them there, both of you. Don't do that.
That's what they see.
Yeah, but you
But
have to
also,
say too
yes.
that the relationship has to be a healthy relationship.
No, but
if
that's
it's
when that,
unhealthy-
no, let me say that too.
Yes.
It's true.
Let's put a little insert.
Yeah.
Means sometimes you got to leave that to go on with your child and become better. You don't even look back.
Right.
Because some people, they in a marriage, but they're not even in the marriage. They're just there. But they don't want to change. They don't want to do nothing for the marriage. They just an earth wreck. It's horrible. So just let it go.
Let it go.
Because there's a lot of people that they weren't even they weren't even born to be married. And they occupying this. So I do say that sometimes there's some relation that even if you try and it's not working, it's okay. People don't have to stay with each other. They could just
See, my father and mother were together for a long time.
But these are all the time, the way we were.
Long time.
You know what I'm saying, Priscilla? Now it's not like that.
No.
Not like that.
Yeah, so that was the episode. Those are the main things I wanted to highlight. I do want to say there's a lot of things I want to say to end this. Number one, thank you all of you for coming on and being a part of my platform. Are you okay over there?
My throat is
Oh my God.
Listen.
You are breaking down. What were you gonna say?
Okay.
You're not getting paid. You're not getting. Nobody's getting compensated for being here. This was just strictly out of
I just
love.
wanted
Well,
to tell you,
and
Natalie,
support.
that I
My
wanted to
lawyer will
support
talk
you.
to your lawyer.
Send me the
I
invoice.
wanted to support you and tell you that I'm here and I'm very happy, to come and support you because I know you're doing something beautiful.
Thank you, Mom.
Yes,
Not
you
only
are.
that you're doing this, but you wanted, transmit
With her producer,
this
Anthony.
No,
to
yeah,
a
I
lot
wanna-
of people out there, ideas that there
Credit to
still
the bro.
can be done.
Right.
Yeah.
It still can happen,
Yeah.
But I do tell you, in every relationship that you are, you have to be happy too.
Especially with the relationship with yourself.
Yeah.
yourself, because if not, it's not gonna even make you happy or even the kids. If there's children
Because you grew up in a
I grew up
marriage.
myself in a marriage that it was horrible between my parents, and it really affected us until this moment.
And when we got
Wanted them to
married,
leave.
Of
You were
course,
hoping that they divorced.
and,
No,
and
and
it
then-
happened. But like I tell you, then it turned to the other side with me and Louis. You know what I'm saying? But some marriage cannot work. These people were together for 25 years.
Oh my God.
And he never did.
I had
But
to
he
talk to
also
them.
brought us a lot of trauma for the kids.
I had to talk to them. They should come with their fights and to my house. And I spoke to my father. Said, "Listen, do me a favor. Your problems, leave
your
it there.
problems.
Not in my house. I don't want to
Yeah.
hear that. But you have a daughter. We have our marriage. We don't want to hear you guys fight. Fight in your house.
Right.
Yeah.
Until eventually it happened like that.
Okay, so I was thanking you guys, and then also, just thank you for being a part of it. That's it. We are everything we are because of you guys. Period.
Thank you.
We would not be even a fraction of the young women that we are today.
Thank you.
If it wasn't for both of you and
Yeah.
how you raised us.
Okay.
And I'm just happy that you guys were a part of this and got to share your message and your love and your wisdom with the
Yes.
world.
Right.
Well, I hope that
Before-
this would, help a little. But
No, it will.
Oh,
It will.
part of that, we adopted Anthony as our son.
Yeah, I love Anthony.
Adorable.
I love Anthony.
And I'm very thankful and proud of both of you.
Yes.
I thank God, and I'm very proud of you. Girls are awesome. I couldn't say you guys are awesome, both of you.
She's so cute.
You
I love
did.
her.
Yep. You made us
Made my
proud.
heart complete.
Thank you.
Look at my
God bless
grandson,
both
how
of you.
beautiful my grandson is growing, and he's smart too. Why? Because of his mother and his
Hello.
father.
You're a hell of a mother, too,
Yeah.
me
sis.
because
So how
learn
does
from
everybody
them.
feel? We feel good?
I feel good.
I haven't
let's
felt
do a
good at all.
cheers.
Okay,
Bye. Let's do a
cheers.
cheers.
I ain't doing no cheers. I ain't got no liquor.
It don't matter, but let's doing it with water.
No, no, I'm hurt.
All right, you're gonna get
But
your
y'all
wine
thought I was
now.
gonna get drunk, and I'm drunk with this.
Cheers. All right,
Salud.
guys. So like always, like, share, comment, subscribe.
Love
Thank
for
you
all of
for
us.
tuning in and listening to my parents and my sister. And we will see you guys next week.
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. And could I get my check now?
Yeah, I told you something.
You better give me my wine before I run at least 2 shots.